The Albright College football team recovered from a slow start to defeat King's College in the Monarchs' homecoming game, 48-29 in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. Quarterback T.J. Luddy completed 24 of 35 passes for 305 yards, 3 touchdowns, and no interceptions. Seniors Daniel McNair with 9 catches for 139 yards and a touchdown, and Devron Clark with 7 catches for 118 yards and a score were his top targets. On the ground, freshman Brian Wickeser rushed for 39 yards on 6 carries late in the game. Senior Matt Pattison led the defense with 7 total tackles, including 2 in the backfield. Linebacker Sean Cunningham also had 7 tackles. After Kings opened the scoring with a first-quarter field goal, Luddy found Josh McLeod early in the second quarter for a touchdown and a 7-3 lead. The Lions stalled on a 4th and 1 later in the second quarter, but got the ball back and scored on Luddy's 29-yard touchdown pass to Clark. After Albright stopped a 4th down try in the dying seconds, Luddy hit Clark for 17 yards to set up a 51-yard try from kicker Daniel Sobolewski, but the boot was knocked down by Tyler Struckus and returned the other way for a touchdown by Anthony Martuscio. That left Albright with just a 14-10 lead at the break. 3 touchdowns were scored in a stretch of 2 minutes and 26 seconds early in the second half, beginning with an 8-yard running score from Ty Hughes that put the red and white ahead 21-10. Junior Chris Stevens blocked and recovered a punt in the end zone for a 28-10 Albright lead, but the Monarchs struck on the very next play. Quarterback Tyler Hartranft hit Dan Kempfa over the top for an 84-yard score to make it 28-17. Luddy found McNair down to the Kings' 2-yard line, and Hughes carried it in 2 plays later for a 35-17 scoreline. In the fourth quarter, Luddy hit McNair for 45 yards, and then for 5 yards into the end zone. Uriah Brickhouse would add a late score as well. The Lions improved to 2-2 and 1-2 in the MAC with their first conference victory of the season. They will play next weekend at FDU Florham.
To me, the last 4 or 5 minutes of the second quarter is always a critical time of the game, because whoever can control that time effectively can really go into halftime with momentum. And I felt like we were doing that in the second quarter. And we scored on a 2-minute drill. We had them held to a field goal. We're up 14-3. We get the ball back. We get ourselves in field goal range. With what would be a 51-yard field goal, which is 1 yard short of Dan's record. So it's certainly makeable for us. But not only does the kick get blocked, but then it gets scooped, and we don't tackle the guy. The guy breaks the tackle, and he goes all the way for a touchdown as time expires in the second quarter. So now instead of going up 17-3 at the half with all the momentum, we just gave away everything, all the momentum that we had on one play. And so what we had to do at halftime was we just had to settle down and kind of reset the tone of what let's not talk about what happened, but let's talk about what we need to do moving forward in the second half. And I was very pleased with how we overcame that adversity. Much of it self-inflicted, but you got to be able to overcome adversity, to succeed at anything. And we overcame the adversity. We persevered through it. And we had talked all week about how important it is to finish, and we finished the game the right way in the second half. I mean, we defensively, we got an interception. We went right down and scored. Offensively, on our second possession, we scored again. I think defense forced a 3 and out. And we were able to separate ourselves. Then when they scored offensively, we responded, immediately with a quick touchdown drive to kind of re-steal momentum. And so I was pleased with how we finished. And then we put our young guys in the last half of the fourth quarter, and they got all the way down to the 1 yard line. And we take a knee to end the game. And to me, I'd rather end the game by just taking a knee. I was pleased with how we persevered. I was pleased with how we finished, and those were the 2 focuses this week. So we got to clean up some mistakes, certainly. I mean, you can't make mistakes like that moving forward, but we'll worry about that stuff tomorrow and Monday. And for today, for right now, I'm just happy that we're 1-0, and I'm proud of our guys for how they fought through the adversity.